Good day and welcome to Deputy AT's video. In episode 1, we learned about the general applicability of the Transportation Code where violations can be enforced. In this episode, we will be learning important definitions in the Transportation Code. Transportation Code Chapter 541 Definitions. Chapter 541 is the first chapter in Subtitle C. Subtitle C contains Chapter 541 to 600. This includes critically important chapters such as 545, Operation and Movement of Vehicles, and 547, Vehicle Equipment. Notice, every section in Chapter 541 begins in this subtitle. Chapter 541 establishes definitions that are used throughout the most important subtitle in the Transportation Code from an enforcement standpoint. Before you can regulate it, you have to define it. This is what Chapter 541 is all about, setting the table for the laws and regulation through the rest of Subtitle C. The first definition will be persons on page 25, chapter 541.001. Escort flagger has a meaning assigned by 623.008. Escort flagger, a person who A. has successfully completed a training program in traffic direction as defined by the Basic Peace Officer Course curriculum established by the Texas Commission on Law Enforcement, TCO, and B. in accordance with a permit issued by the department under this subtitle, operates an escort flag vehicle or directs and controls the flow of traffic using a hand signaling device or an automated flagger assistant device. Why is this important? Obedience to escort flagger is required by law. Reference 542.501. 1A. Operator, a person who drives or has physical control of a vehicle. 2. Owner, a person who has a property, interest in, or title to a vehicle, including a person entitled to use and possess a vehicle subject to a security interest. Excludes a lien holder and a lessee whose lease is not intended as security. Example, a vehicle is financed through the bank. The bank holds the title as the lien holder until the note is paid off. However, the person who is making the payments is considered the owner throughout most of the Transportation Code. Pedestrian, a person on foot. 4. Person, individual, firm, partnership, association, or corporation. Note, individual is not defined in the Transportation Code. However, it is defined in Penal Code 1.07, a human being who is alive, including an unborn child, at every stage of gestation, from fertilization until birth. 5. School crossing guard, a responsible person who is at least 18 years of age and is designated by a local authority to direct traffic in a school crossing zone for the protection of children going to or leaving school. Why is this important? Obedience to school crossing guards is required by law. Reference 542.501. 6. Sidewalk user, an individual lawfully operating one of the following on a sidewalk: a bicycle, motor assistant scooter, electric personal assistive mobility device, skateboard, roller skate, or similar devices. Why is this important? Sidewalk users are given right-of-way protection as if they were pedestrian. They are also required to obey pedestrian control signals. 541.101 Metropolitan Area. Metropolitan Area, an area that contains at least one municipality with a population of at least 100,000 and includes the adjacent municipalities and unincorporated urban districts. Note, this phrase is only used once in Subtitle C 550.022. There is a requirement to move vehicles from main lanes of a freeway in a metropolitan area. Following a collision, if vehicles can be safely driven. That means that if you are involved in a crash, but your vehicle can still be driven, there is a requirement to move the vehicle away from the roadway so as to not impede flow of traffic. And ladies and gentlemen, that concludes episode 2. Stay tuned for episode 3, where we will be defining restricted districts and vehicles. There are different types of vehicles. You will not want to miss it. Deputy AT, till next time. Oh yes.